Boom! Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a long time since I've been on here. So I just wanted to make a video to like update you guys on what's been going on in life. Life's been good, but I also wanted to get ready with you guys so you have something to look at as per usual. And I actually wanted to try out this foundation because Rimmel came out with new shades, like darker shades of foundation. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. So the semester started and I am in my last year of college now, which is crazy to think because at heart I'm definitely still a freshman. I still feel it. I still don't know where anything is on campus. I've only lived in one building my entire time here, but I did take it upon myself to really get out there this year. In the 2 months that I've been here, I feel like I've done more than I ever have on campus. And with that being said, I feel like I am the happiest I've been. It's more of a liberated kind of happy. I feel like I have freedom. I've gotten rid of some of the rules I made for myself because I had a lot of rules for myself. I know that may sound crazy, but like I didn't want myself doing a lot of different things because like I was afraid. I was honestly afraid of things happening to me. And now I go out pretty regularly. I would say at least once a week I go out. Which to you guys is like, well, yeah, I always go out once a week. But like, I literally never went out, and this is so special to me. Classes are going well. I think that just because I'm like overall happier, I have a more positive attitude towards school and towards learning. So it's making school a lot easier to handle because I know like, oh yeah, I'm dying right now doing homework, but in a few days when Friday comes, I know that I'm gonna be able to go out with my friends and hang out. So it's like work hard, play later, you know? Wow, that was so cheesy, but it's like that's really how it feels. And it feels pretty good to like know that I actually, you know, I have something to look forward to. But yes, overall, like I have been doing way more things for myself. Like last year I had a problem with taking care of myself. As like I've mentioned in previous videos, I was really bad at like just like taking care of myself. I was taking care of the things I had to do but not taking care of me. So this year, like I have, as you guys know, I'm an RA now, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but my boss, we hold weekly meetings with him to make sure that, you know, we're good, and like if there's anything we need to talk about with anyone, we can talk about it with him. Because the thing is with the RA job, a lot of what we do, actually the majority of what we do, is very confidential. Like I can't share like if a student is suicidal, or I can't share if, you know, somebody is like being abused in their relationship or something. It's just confidential information. But I am allowed to talk about those things with him because he's the one that like he's the first one to deal with it, so he needs to know. But it's really good to just have someone to talk to about whatever's going on. And I also finally started going to therapy. I've been enjoying it, and I feel like I've been talking about things with her that I realized I haven't talked about with anyone else, and like I was holding a lot of it inside and didn't even realize. So that's been really good. But I bring up the point about the RA thing to say that when I talked with my boss about, you know, my life and whatnot, he always asks like, okay, Bree, like what are you doing like to take care of yourself? Like this is a stressful job. I want to make sure that you're doing good things for yourself. And my answer is always showers. I take so many showers now, and like long showers. Last year, I don't know if this is like, I don't know, maybe I was just heavily affected last year, but last year I used to dread taking showers because to me it wasted so much time, like having to like in the shower. You can't do anything in the shower. You can't do homework, you can't eat, you can't sleep, like, and I felt like it was just like, I liked being clean, but it felt like such an unnecessary waste of time. And I used to hate it because I would work all day long. It'd be like 2 a.m. and I'd be like, oh, gotta take a shower before bed, and like I just dreaded it, like I just hated it. But now, like I schedule time for my showers. Like I make time, and I love smelling good and feeling good. Like it really did make a difference. And I know that's such a simple thing to say, and it's like something that you should be doing anyway, and of course I always did, but I take them morning, I take them in the night. I just took one and it's like 4 o'clock, so I just take them when I want, and it feels so good just to get clean, and I kind of feel like all my worries are being washed away, and I like scrub a dub-dub, and I smell like grapefruit. It's amazing. And even more than just the showering, I'm actually doing things, like extra things that I used to not do. Like I said, I shower a lot, and I shave, and I take care of my nails. I take care of my hair more than I used to. Like I actually moisturize it. What? But seriously, like overall, I'm just taking care of myself, and I feel like it's showing. Granted, I am taking a way less credit load than last semester. I'm sure you guys are like, Brie, we've been waiting to see how many credits you're taking. I'm only taking 16 this semester, and I only have 2 classes a day, and they range from like either 9 to 12 or 11 to 1. So that's really, really good. I'm not working in the lab anymore. I'm not working that other job where I had to work in the middle of the night. The RA job is still my job, but you're only on duty like maybe 8 to 10 times in the entire semester. As far as like having to be the first response to any emergency situations. But other than that, like I'm not really doing anything. I spend way more time with my friends now. People that I've reached out to because we haven't talked in years, or we were friends but we never got close because I never had time, or I never made time. I had different priorities. It's just brought in so much positive energy because I'm not sitting here worrying about everything that I could possibly be worrying about. Instead, I'm like going out and putting energy towards something that makes me feel good. It makes other people feel good too. So overall, I think I'm just in a extremely better mood. I used to cry very often. Not even just from school or anything, but like I just was so like sensitive, so easily disturbed, because I was always on that line, that edge of like anxiety, because I cared so much about everything, and I was very, very cautious and very, very preventative, and just always like my gears were always turning. Like I was just very, very on edge all the time. And since I've been living this more like carefree, like enjoying every moment as it comes, you know, everything just happens and I'm just living in it kind of mentality, I like hardly cry anymore. I want to know how you guys are doing. What grades are you guys going to, or what year in college or whatever? Like I want to know what's going on. I can't wait, like now that things have settled down. Oh yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say. I've been off YouTube for a while because of me like wanting to get myself together and like prioritizing, and I really wanted to prioritize like therapy and what the heck? And like getting myself settled in classes, because I had a lot of weird stuff going on in the beginning, and I had a lot of people over the few weeks that I've been here give me suggestions on what they wanted me to do. And so I have a pretty good list of things that I'm going to be doing. Some reviews, some hair stuff, some life stuff. So stay tuned. You know what's crazy is that 2017 just started and now it's ending already. Time moves by so quickly. I wonder if this is what it's like to be old. Because you know when you're young, when you're like 4, when a year passes, it feels like so much time because you've only been living for 4 years, so that's 25% of your life. But when you're 20 and a year passes, that's only 5% of your life, so it feels like it went by really, really quickly. That's a little psychology for you, by the way. But oh my god, time moves by so quickly. And that's another reason why I adopted this new like method of living life, because oh man, I just feel like a lot of my time and energy, it wasn't wasted, but it was so hyper focused on like a few choice things, and I missed everything that was happening around me. But like now, especially like having my new camera and being really observant of just like my surroundings, I've seen things in the past few months that I have not noticed before. Like I actually sit down and look around when I'm outside. Isn't that crazy? I never used to do that. I would try to get back to my room as soon as possible so that I could get some work done. But it's like, that's not what life's about. I doubt that I was given this life so that I could go to school and go home and go to school and go home, you know? And that's not to say that school isn't important, because it definitely is. School is so important. I find it so important, and that's why I'm working so hard. But nothing is so important to the point where you will neglect like everything else around you for that one thing. I that's just something I believe. If you disagree, that's totally fine. I mean, school is still hard. School is really coming down on me. But it's my last year, and I just gotta take it for what it is. I don't think I'm living a better life right now, but I think definitely I'm on my way to. Just because of the way, like the mindset that I have. And I kind of owe some of it to therapy. I think that therapy has really helped me. So if you guys are like worried about, you know, your mental health, or even just concerned about it in the slightest way, like you should definitely be concerned about your mental health. You should be aware of the things that your mind is taking in on a daily basis, because just like how air can be polluted and you're breathing in that air, media and everything can pollute your mind, and like the things that people say to you can pollute your mind. So I think it's super important that you take care of your mental health just as much as you would take care of your physical health. So if you are like worried in any way, like go to your doctor and ask to see a psychologist. Or you don't even have to go to your doctor, just like email a psychologist and ask them for an evaluation. And like, you don't have to be afraid that like if I go to a psychologist they're gonna diagnose me with depression. Like, no, I don't have depression. I go to a therapist because I just want to make sure that I'm good. I want to make sure that I have somebody to talk to, and to somebody professional and non-biased that I can vent to. Sometimes they don't even give me any advice. They don't give me any diagnosis or anything. They just ask me what's going on, and I tell them, and then they're like, okay, how does that make you feel? And I tell them, and then they're like, do you think that was a good decision? What parts of this are like following you throughout the rest of your life, and blah blah. Like they really listen. Like if you feel like nobody's listening to you, they will definitely make you feel listened to. It's not a negative stigma. Well, it is, which is why I'm saying it shouldn't be, because people think of therapy and counseling and they're like, oh, you have issues. Like, no, I have the sound of mind to know that I need somebody to talk to, or I need somebody to you know, check me out. It's like if you have a cough for 2 weeks, are you gonna sit there and be like, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna handle this myself, or are you gonna go to the doctor? Like, care for yourself. Care for yourself in ways that you would care for somebody else. Care for yourself in ways that you'd care for your mom or your sister or your best friend. You only have one life. So I don't really know, again, for the second time, if my camera stopped recording, or I don't really know what's happening. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so sorry it was so long overdue, but I had to get myself together, as I'm sure you guys will understand. And stay tuned for my next videos coming out soon. Don't forget to subscribe so that you know when those videos are being uploaded, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!